Well, I'm very happy to be here at this event. I came here to learn, to meet new people, to network. I've been involved with blockchain for now about a year and a half. My brother, who's works in global security for PricewaterhouseCoopers, shot me an email saying, check out blockchain. I Googled it, watched the video, and my mouth kind of hit the floor. I mean, I knew right away what the potential is. And the reason why is because I had been working in the past as an educator and had been empowering my kids with Google Sheets or Google Slides and having them all be able to share with each other their own presentation. So it wasn't they could just learn from one presentation, but they got to learn from all of them and comment and interact. And I saw that, and I was like, wow, I see the potential here. And personally, my interest I've always had a fascination about loyalty platforms and creating the ultimate loyalty program. But as I learned and did the legal due diligence for my own token, I started to discover and understand really what is a utility token. And my belief is actually I think there's going to be a major downsize. I think that what's happened over the last year is that the excitement of this new industry, of this ability to help seed money for a company, got people all excited, and that's where this whole buy and sell and flipping it for a profit. But I think what's going to end up happening is that these utility tokens, these access tokens, are going to end up being you're going to be able to have a subscription. Small companies, small businesses. Let's say, for example, you want to do a community kitchen, right? And you don't have the resources to rent the facility or to buy the equipment. You could sell packages, subscriptions to this kitchen to small mom and pop shops that want to cook make their homemade healthy bread, make their cookies, make homemade soup, but they can't fall in line with all of the health regulations, so they buy this. And they're not looking to spin it for a profit. They're literally doing it the same way you would from a Kickstarter. I like that watch. I want to get this watch. I'm going to help support this business. I need this kitchen, I need access to this kitchen, so I'm going to buy a bunch of utility tokens that give me access. This will enable this entrepreneur to build the community kitchen, and then later I'll be able to have it at less money because I was one of these original supporters.
Would you tell us about this conference in particular? What do you think is interesting about it? And I think you didn't mention that at length.
What I like about this conference so far is that there's you've got a few people from different perspectives being able to have an honest debate about what are the uses for blockchain, what are the uses for cryptocurrencies, or as I like to think of them as digital assets. Do they have to be linked together? I'm really looking forward to this next debate where they're going to be talking about the advantages of regular fiat currencies and the cryptocurrencies. My belief is that cryptocurrencies, or these electronic assets, these digital assets, they make it very easy for people to place conditions onto it. So this evolution of services replacing the product, similar to how LinkedIn has replaced the CV. LinkedIn is a service. The CV is your product, and the dollar bill is your product, but cryptocurrencies and these conditions that you can apply end up offering elements of service into the world and making it more useful for people in the particular industries that they're in.
So by conditions, do you mean the interconnectivity of the whole system? And
no, I mean for example, conditions could be where a particular coin could be redeemable. You can have conditions on it can't be sold for a particular period of time. You can have conditions in which it can be used in this particular circumstances, but not under this. There can be time limits to it. It's no longer. I think in education, I look forward to parents being able to invest in a token for their kids' education, and then have the kid recruit sponsors. And when the kid does well in school, extra points go into that, and that he can't sell that token. It's for his investment in the future. Where you couldn't necessarily do that with a fiat. I mean, you have these bonds, these educational bonds, but this takes it and makes it a lot easier and a lot more accessible to the average family that wants to, for example, invest in their kids' education in the future.
Would that conceivably involve any returns for the investors in such a kid, other than the kid's success in the future?
I mean, I think that's I think that's where we might be seeing a change in the economy of tokenization. That some tokens are going to be there so that you can flip it for a profit, and other tokens are going to be there just simply for a particular purpose. Like, I want to make sure that my kid's education is going to be paid for. I want to provide incentives so that we can have sponsors that will help. Every time my child makes certain achievements, the value of that token will grow up. If something were to happen with my child, then I could sell that token to somebody else, right? Or if my child decides not to go into higher education or for whatever reasons, so that you don't lose out your value. But the reality is that and that's not something that you're going to be trying to spin for a profit. This is really just using a utility token for in the true meaning of what a utility is, right? It's not, utility isn't about spinning it for profit. It's about using it for something. Now, you can have something that, if what is being used is proven to be very successful and very valuable, then the demand for that service would go up, right? And then you could theoretically then, resell it to somebody else for more because, wow, this guy's like the best plastic surgeon ever, right? So, okay, I have access. I bought an access token for this plastic surgeon. He's proven himself to be the best, so the value of that token would then go up if I wanted to trade it to somebody else, right? But most of these tokens are, they're kind of like in the financial instrument. I mean, I think that's the reason why you see all of these, the regulators coming in, because they don't want grandmothers getting us, seeing these news stories of like, oh, I can double my retirement, and then, investing, and then it goes down, and then, we can't have a bunch of grandmas on the street because the government's going to have to come and it's going to cost us, right? And that's the reason why we have regulations.